Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dallas Fort Worth. It is one of 23 counties in Texas that is currently under flood waters. The governor just declared a disaster declaration that he recently signed just moments ago because it is so bad they are having a hard time getting emergency out there to help the people. So if I have subscribers in the Dallas Fort Worth area, I hope you're okay. And I pray that you're spared the flood waters because I was looking at several of the shots and man, it looks terrible. You know, so Texas Governor Greg Abbott signed a disaster declaration for 23 counties Tuesday after days of heavy rains and flash flooding swamped homes, businesses, and roads. One person died. Now, I believe this was a woman in her 60s, and she was in her car and got swept away, and they said she had died. Mr. Abbott called the flooding in North Texas on Monday unprecedented. The disaster declaration suspends statutes and rules that could hinder and delay aid and will allow easier access to state resources to help flooded regions. This is according to Abbott's proclamation. So the Dallas Fort Worth area set a new record for the wettest August. So it said it got so much rain. And when this rain hit, it dropped more than a foot of rain in a short period of time. And I think like 24 hours. That is just crazy. So they're saying that this is the most rain since 1899 when the Weather Service said, came into business and started recording the weather. So it surpasses the 1915 record of 10.3 inches of rain in that same Dallas Fort Worth area. Much of Texas have been in a drought before this weekend's rain. The Dallas Fort Worth area had a rain deficit of more than 16 inches of rain over the past year. Cars were stuck on roads, homes and businesses were flooded. Dallas Fire Department said it responded to 195 incidents over the past 24 hours. And this was between Sunday and Monday when most of the rain fell. So, as I told you before, it was a 60-year-old woman that got swept away in flood water. She is the only known victim to have died so far. So, Mr. Jenkins declared a state of disaster in Dallas County. So, this is Judge Clay Jenkins who made the declaration. In addition to Tarrant and Dallas counties, which were homes to Dallas Fort Worth area, disaster declarations included. So these are the counties: Camp, Cumberson, Duval, Ellis, El Paso, Henderson, Hopkins, Hudpath, Kaufman, Kerr, Live Oak, Marion, Montague, Navarro, Pesco, Rains, Smith, Upshur, Van Zandt, Webb, and Wood. Wow. So they said altogether 23 counties. The National Weather Service said the system that caused the heaviest rain in Texas had moved east on Tuesday and warned that it may be flash floods in New Orleans and Mobile, Alabama on Wednesday. Flash floods are often deadly. Last year, more people in America died as a result of flash floods than tornadoes and hurricanes combined. In eastern Kentucky, and y'all saw my video on Kentucky, flash floods triggered A heavy rain that killed 39 people in July and washed away homes, damaged roads, and destroyed bridges. So, again, my prayers out to the people that are suffering through this whole thing, because that's a horrible feeling. And when you see that kind of rain coming out of the sky, you really do feel helpless. And if you don't move fast enough, you can definitely get caught up in those heavy rains while you're out. I remember it must have been back in the 90s. A big flash flood happened around an area. Back then, I used to work in a place called Cherry Hill, New Jersey. And a flash flood hit just before I was done with my workday. And man, I had a rough time. It took me 2 hours to get home because the main roads were all flooded. And I had to figure out a back way to get home. And that, of course, took longer. And plus, traffic was backed up because of all the flood water. Man, it took forever to get home, but I did make it home. So I know what it's like to get caught up in a flash flood and roads that you just can't get through with your car. And there were a couple of people that tried to get through the flood water and their cars shorted out. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are around these areas, please be careful and I just hope you're safe. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.